So let me tell you a little bit about myself, because all my interests in the deeper life come from my own journey. When I was quite young, I started seeing a psychologist, and I was amazed that there was a language for discussing what was happening on the inside. And I found it very, very helpful. And so I went into the study of psychology, and I got a BA and an MA in psychology. And what I learned through my 2 degrees is that psychology did help me to a certain extent. And the way that I understand it is psychology is able to take you to understanding of the ego and to the edges of the ego. And so when you have any distress in the spirit or in the soul, psychology isn't that well equipped to take you and guide you through those kinds of distress or trauma. So where do you go when you're confused and psychology can't help you? In those cases, I think you're in not your personal unconscious, because psychology is really good for maneuvering and understanding where you are in your personal unconscious. But you're in a deeper realm, you're in the collective unconscious, which is not so well understood. And I think the best place to go in a situation like that, from my own personal experience, is to the mythologies and to the wisdom of the sages, because they speak in symbolic terms, and they speak about patterns that humans will experience that get repeated over time because they're eternal patterns. And Jung called these patterns archetypes. And when you start to understand that you are in a pattern and you know the story around your pattern, you have a lot of guidance. Once I started to understand that there were patterns of experience that were described through mythologies and through stories that the sages talked about in symbolic language, I found that I had almost like a spotlight or street signs to let me know where I was in my life journey. And I think one of the things that my training gave me is to be able to be a bridge between the symbol and its applicability to an individual's life. I think I have the language, the understanding and experience, and the sensitivity to be able to translate from there to there. So my interest is very much in that, in exploring the deeper aspects of the unconscious, of moving beyond the personal unconscious to the collective, and understanding in those nebulous, formless worlds how to maneuver, how to move, and how to resolve issues that have stuck to us maybe for our whole lifetimes, maybe for many lifetimes that we've inherited through our families and our ancestors.